Good morning from Clover Valley. It is a glorious morning. It's August something. I think it's the 25th, 26th. I don't know. I lose track of time over here. And check it out. William got done with so much yesterday. He and Jared and Percy, who's from Peru, nice guy, got all the rafters put on. Look at that. You can see on the John Deere down there, they borrowed a cage. It's kind of a man cage that attaches to the forklifts. It attaches to the forklifts, right?
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, about the cage. What is it attached to?
It's just forks, though, isn't it?
Yeah, forks, that's what I thought. Anyway, yeah. And so, lifted him up. You can see the ridge line, the ridge cap piece is on part of it. They'll finish the rest of that today. If you go to my Facebook page, just Vernie DeMille. Actually, I think it says Vernie Lynn DeMille. But there's not a lot of Vernie DeMilles out there. You'll see a picture that Jared took yesterday. He was up on the far side of the greenhouse as they were putting the last of the rafters on. And this beautiful rainbow went across the whole valley. And it was just so beautiful. It was just, the timing was amazing. And it was phenomenal. He caught a great picture and I shared it on both my Instagram and on Facebook. Oh, this is so great. William's watering the garden. He's adjusting the sprinklers. And he's going to come over here and tell us more about the greenhouse in a minute while he runs to avoid getting hit by that thing. Okay, tell us everything you could tell us about the greenhouse.
Well, we're going to work all day on it.
Yep.
That's about it.
You'll finish the ridge cap
So
and
it
then
looks
what?
like we did a lot yesterday. There's days when we have actually put in more hours than we did yesterday. So it's exciting when you can work less and see more that got done. So that's exciting. We got all the rafters up, and there they are.
And you're right. We were
Now
talking
we're
this
putting
morning.
the ridge line in. If you see the ridge line up there, you can see I built a cradle in the very top. Can you get a zoom up?
I'm gonna zoom up on that.
And then our ridge line pipe sits in those, and then we weld those in place so they never move.
It's so awesome.
And this is super thick steel. This is about 3 times thicker than normal greenhouse steel.
This is a century Walipini.
And it was cheaper than like a greenhouse kit, because this is drill steel. We just got it. It's used drill steel.
And you did the manufacturing yourself?
Yeah, and we just built it. If you pay a welder $150 an hour, it may not be cheaper, but nobody is paying a welder $150 an hour. We're just building it because we like to build it. So if you have skills, if you can run machines and you own machines, and if you are a welder and you can work with steel and do some fabrication, all it is a couple of classes at a tech school. Everybody should do that.
Yeah.
I think when everybody gets a driver's license, they all should know how to fix their car. But that's not the world we live in, but that's still what I think.
You're old school. Okay, you said, which is good school. Old school's good school. Okay, so we talked this morning as we were coming up, and William was saying how it's cool because now it looks level. Without the rafters on, it was hard sometimes to see level, even though we'd measure, and it was right on measurements, but it looked wrong. It's one of the reasons why you measure when you're building, and you don't just eyeball it. You actually do measure it multiple times because it's level now.
Someone's creeping over.
Oh, oh, look at that. Gosh, we live in a beautiful place. I love it here.
The sun's just barely coming up. I was informed on our last video that somebody couldn't hear me. That means nobody could hear me. So I gotta get a microphone if we're gonna actually
do
try
this.
to do this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now that we're all done.
So whoever couldn't hear me, which is
Sorry.
probably everybody, I'm sorry. I probably didn't have anything worth saying anyway. Just rambling on about the work I do. So this is a beautiful, beautiful greenhouse. It's going to be wonderful.
Tell me about this stuff down here. You've got pipes and a hole in the ground.
So these are my ridge pipes. So stand back a tiny smidge.
Okay.
Okay, the door will be right here. The door is going to be centered with that ridge cap, which is not where I am. It's probably like right here.
Here, let me get centered with you so I can show it. There we go.
So where's center? Right here?
Over that way, just a hair.
Oh!
Yeah, there you go.
So this is how you walk in the door right here. So these are my foundation stones. Those two big stones there are like 4 feet tall. And so they're way down in the ground. So they'll be under frost line. These giant long stones are huge and under the ground 3 feet. This is a giant stone. So we're below frost line with these stones. And then we're gonna build our rock wall on it. So that'll be awesome. So we're gonna walk in the greenhouse right here. There will be a hydrant coming up right there. We have a pipe under the rock wall already. We'll slide the water line through the pipe. It's just a big pipe, so we'll put the water line that holds the pressure underneath, and we'll have a hydrant to irrigate. And then right here, there's a trench, and that trench is to walk in. So it's just a walking trench.
Oh, good.
So you'll come over here, step down here, but see, if you're standing up here, you can't walk along the greenhouse because you
run into it.
And you bump your head. So this trench is 3 feet off of the greenhouse wall.
So you'll have stuff there too.
So we'll grow plants right here and right there. But this trench it's simply to walk
It's just
in.
walking. Good.
So we're walking here. These poles right here are the ridge poles.
They're gonna go up high.
Yeah. Oh! So I'll just show you this.
Yeah, show me the
So this is what goes on top. But see how I just marked it right here? So that's 4 feet from the end. So when we get it up on the top of the greenhouse, we're not fooling around with a tape measure. I already measured it here. So when we put it up there, we center that ridge pole, that cradle. We center that cradle
right on that
right
line.
here, and then we know where to weld it in.
Awesome. I want to show the end how thick this is.
All right.
Because it is different than a regular pipe. You can see.
Oh, so this is
so much thicker than what you're gonna get like
this
with
is
a
where
regular.
my back hurts. So it's 2-inch pipe, 2 1/16, I think.
And it's so thick and it's so heavy.
And then it's 1, 2, 3/16 thick. So anyway, yeah.
But it's
heavy
great.
Pipe. You can buy drill steel that's cheaper than that. That's 4.5 feet per foot. So in 1 foot, that would weigh 4.5 pounds.
4.5 pounds per foot. That's amazing. Holy cow.
That is not what this is. Or I wouldn't be lifting that pipe. I'm too old.
You're not that old.
No,
Your hair
but my
is gray,
back
but you're.
hurts. But from
true.
lifting all this stuff for the last couple of weeks, building these rafters and moving it all around, my back hurts. They were 30 feet long to start with. Had to pick them all up, put them on a saw. Our saw was on the ground, but we still had to lift them on the saw.
This is such a glorious
Sounds like
morning.
I'm complaining.
No, just
Anyway.
stating how it is. Oh, beautiful morning. Look at that.
Sun just barely came up.
Gotta drive into that in a few minutes. Hate driving away. Got work to do.
The water's on the garden. We've been eating carrots, beets, yellow crookneck summer squash, potatoes,
Some onions.
onions,
Onions are hard
And-
this year. Have you figured out why they're hard this year?
onions, and green beans. Because they were in that pot for 9 months.
Oh, that's why.
They were old.
Just told. The green beans, I have not eaten them yet because I've been gone when he harvested them and he chowed down on them all on his own. But it's great because now when I come back, I'll actually get some green beans. Hey, you're going to get You're gonna get wet. That's gonna get you.
I'm running. I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't like getting wet.
But anyway, there's some green beans here this morning. These are so good.
I love green beans.
This is what I had for lunch yesterday. I was out here working. The other two guys went over to the other house. They had a fancy pot roast and all kinds of stuff. They invited me, but I said, nah, I got food. I went over here and ate some green beans. Then I came back and kept working.
You missed pot roast.
The corn's almost ready.
I know how good that pot roast is. That's a shame.
Okay, we gotta hurry before the sprinklers come. But see right here? You see all those kernels?
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, it's just a few days.
Weston's gonna be happy about that. Weston's our little friend. He's been watching that corn as closely as William has.
Anyway, everybody should grow a garden.
Glorious.
And if you have any garden questions, you go to patreon.com/William DeMille and you ask me questions there. You go there and you sign up for a monthly subscription. It's $8 a month, and you type in the comment section and ask me your questions, and I answer them.
And you post videos on how-tos and...
Well, that's how I answer the question, is I make a video answering your questions.
It's a lot of good information.
And as soon as you pay your $8 a month, you have access to all the videos I've already made. We talk about container gardening. We talk about gardening outside. I talk about irrigation.
Have you done anything on fruit production yet? Got those apples over there.
I don't know if I've had any questions about fruit production.
Well, that's exciting. I'll give you something
That'll
to talk about.
get me excited. That'll curl my mustache to talk about fruit production.
Yep. Well, have a glorious day. We've got a lot of good things going on over here.
When you get on Patreon, expect me to be kind of goofy, because I am.
He is. All right. Come see us.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to come see us?
Well, I hope so.